We are delighted that you are completing EGUMPP. If you complete the 4 EGUMPP modules as we prescribe, you will greatly improve your writing, editing, and proofreading skills. And you will have this personal EGUMPP certification URL to include on your resume and to share with employers on future job interviews. This certification URL displays your level of achievement regarding your understanding of sentence structure and the rules pertaining to usage, punctuation, and writing mechanics. The Module 1 learning objectives are to acquire a complete understanding of sentence structure by becoming proficient in identifying the function of all words, phrases, and clauses in all sentences that you write or review, and to acquire an understanding of the grammar terminology necessary to interpret and apply the rules of usage, mechanics, and punctuation to sentences correctly. The amount of time needed for you to complete Module 1 will vary depending upon your current understanding of grammar concepts. Module 1 uses a building block approach for learning sentence structure. You start in Lesson 1 and 2 by only identifying noun and pronoun subjects. In Lesson 3 and 4, you are required to identify the subject and all verbs. And, starting in Lesson 5 and thereafter, you must identify the subject, all verbs, and the function of all words presented in the current lesson and in all previous lessons. Here is how each lesson in Module 1 should be completed. Always begin each new lesson by watching the lesson video first. Each video is only 3 to 5 minutes. Starting with Lesson 10, we recommend that you watch a lesson video more than once. Next, review the information in the lesson overview. The tutorial exercise is the first exercise to complete. After reading the procedures, read the instruction. In Lesson 1, since you must only identify the subject, there is only one instruction. However, starting in Lesson 3 and thereafter, there is an instruction for each word that must be identified in the sentence. With each instruction, use these tutorial aids to help you to identify the required word or words until you can identify the required word or words without them. Listen to the audio explanation for a brief explanation of the word function to be identified. Watch the sentence examples video to learn how words starting with the subject should be identified. Listen to the reminder for a brief reminder of how to identify the word function required in the instruction. Also, click on Help and then click on a word function for information about a word function and for an example of a coded sentence. Here is how to complete each lesson reinforcer. After reading the procedures, watch the reinforcer video. These videos are only 2 to 3 minutes. Watch these videos as many times as necessary. Your lesson reinforcer goal is to achieve 15 correct responses in a row. Attempt the lesson reinforcer as many times as necessary until you can score 15 correct attempts in a row. Remember, practice makes perfect. Here's how you should complete each PTM graded exercise. Starting with Lesson 7, the sentences in the PTM exercise will always include words in bold. Click on the What's in Bold screen and view the sentence displayed first. The instruction always states to identify the subject and then the main verb and any helping verbs first. With each word function code, there is a code reminder button. Listen to a code reminder when you are not certain what code to use with a word. Attempt a PTM exercise as many times as necessary until you score 91% or higher in each lesson. Always remember that practice to mastery exercises can be attempted as many times as necessary until a desired grade is achieved. Here is how to complete the Module 1 Mastery Test. The Mastery Test has 5 parts. Part A tests your ability to identify 30 grammar terms. Part B tests your ability to identify how individual words are functioning in a sentence. Practice completing the Lesson 15 reinforcer before attempting Part B. Part C tests your ability to identify different types of phrases and clauses in sentences. Practice completing the Lesson 14 and the Lesson 19 reinforcer before attempting Part C. Part D tests your ability to identify the 4 different types of sentences. Practice completing the Lesson 20 reinforcer before attempting Part D. Part E tests your ability using the EGUMPP coding system to identify all clauses, the type of sentence, and the function of all words in a sentence. Practice completing Lesson 20 PTM before attempting Part E. Your final grade is your 20 lesson grade plus the mastery test grade divided by 2. Hopefully, you will follow these procedures and earn a final grade of 91% or higher. If so, you will be on your way to becoming grammar literate. How many grammar literates do you know? Good luck and happy EGUMPPing!